Experience and joy. But let me continue on. So that night on the dark way, I left the park with my wife. We was driving home on that same parkway. I went to the spot to the crib to eat. It was fresh. I sat down to watch Verses with Red and Meth. Damn, my whole mind state was blinded. Of the powerful elegance of hip-hop, I was reminded. I realized that real MCs do still exist, with breath control and stage presence, don't get it twist. They're like old school gorillas in the mist, but brought into the present day. Heaven sent love my way, and it happened to be 420. I had a pocket full of forest full of trees, plus I had money. So hold up, you know, after the hand it was the roll up. And then I was watching Red and Meth to death. I mean, goodness gracious. They was taking my mind to different places. They was reminding me of hip hop and its different growing stages. I couldn't front. I remember when Meth did What the Blood Clot and Redman did How to Roll a Blunt. Damn, both of those records back to back was crack to crack. My mind state and my joy was like on Supermax. I was sitting in my basement all alone. It was just me, a glass of Hennessy with one ice cube, a roll of bone. It was a magnificent presence. I still was watching old school MCs but learning present lessons. I remember when Meth did that new joint with Conway from Griselda. That shit is colder than December but scary. The techniques that they used was very on some hood shit. I got excited when Meth or Red did the goodness. That's one of my favorite joints. The enjoyment of the evening is really my point. It's finding joy and squeezing the juice out of it. Like Hanging Brothers, but taking the noose out of it. It's a different style. You could beef or we could just take the truce out of it. Sip a deuce out of it. Get loose out of it. Mind state reacts to it. Sometimes it's Denzel how I act to it. Smack to it, whack through it. Y'all kids is blacking out. Pardon me, I passed it to CF because I was blacking out.
And that's about how as far as they're gonna go. Cause if I try to take it as far as that, it goes to a star, and that's the show. You know what I mean? I mean the show from the universe to the solar system. When we combine on a track with you and I, that's a coalition. Oh, it isn't what you think it is. This is far from real. This is beyond space and time. You get what I say? It's skill. You gotta get something, you gotta desire. You wanna be like us as space cadets when you step in this cipher. You aren't prepared for what we got. We masters. Hidden figures when we spit at niggas. They don't understand we NASA. Disaster. We still started trading like NAFTA. The North American transatlantic kill rappers from here to Canada. J. Rule the Damager. Still bumping in my tape cassette. When I was an amateur young kid, now thought I wanted to be like Afura. Till I learned to master the karate flick and Krav Maga. I'm that dude. Kung Fu, Sun Tzu, undo the shit that we talking about. Son who? We are the ones, we are the sons, and Zoo in the sun, these that animals burn just for fun. Learn it, dumb out.
On some heater shit, some after school kung fu theater shit. Trying to rhyme at 3 o'clock on Saturday. It doesn't matter the techniques, cause my style was still a fiend. I was watching the 5 deadly venoms and the flying guillotine. It took me deep into the masters. It was simple. Why they would walk the earth so they would kill their brother from a Shaolin temple. I think that's why it's sick. We was attracted to brotherhood. That's why we also like those mafia flicks. It digs deep into our DNA. The brotherhood is connected. Either kung fu movies or mafia movies. The one thing connected is that you would walk the earth if someone killed your brother. I would watch the kung fu movie slowly running from my mother. It was either getting a beating or the style was heating cause I need her. Back to the science of the kung fu theater. First it was Bruce Lee. Learn to the style. His techniques is grand. Then it exposed, grew off to Jackie Chan. Pardon me for connecting the things that I do and I bang. That was also a thread line that introduced us to Wu-Tang. The Kung Fu records were still connected. Back to CF for the pardon lyrics, the styles that's connected.
I see where they coming out when the kung fu flick and get the target spark. You know what I be teaching on this lyrical martial art we talk about back in the days. Who can ever be where we at? Zoo can. Just like back with Wu-Tang started to bring that in the combination of both the Afrocentric Wu-Tang Chinese gotta show growth that both things could get together. Black and the Asian, the African persuasion, you know, magnificent nation, combine two people in one. Well, that's ill as it gets. It's like, you know, bringing down Redman and Meth on the verses. I heard it, verses, the wordsmith I murdered. Remember when I was saying we the solar system coalition and universes all together? Oh, word is born, they don't know whatever. You said this real good, and every day we get more network-centric. Cause network-centric and networking, well, that's part of our nature. I feel like MCs are now making the OSI layer with several protocols when they speaking with their vocal cord. A lot of y'all don't understand networking. Y'all don't know it all. I mean, I gotta teach y'all, but I'd rather reach y'all. Cause I know the teacher is right here in front of my face, and I'ma have to seat y'all. Sit y'all down for a second, class in session. Show them how we do, go all the time. Pack no weapons, we don't need any of that. That's reflection. I look at people all the time, then I crack. Now I'm back, I'm guessing. No, wait a second, that obsession is the passion that comes off as masculine aggression. What's going on these days? They saying they don't get us. They trying to block me, everybody. They don't want to get my time because I'm a leftist. Yeah, I'm left. I probably think like a lefty. You get hit with the lefty and still chicks might think that's sexy, but they'll say don't do that because that's more violent. But at the same time, when they see me hit someone, they start smiling. Ain't it bugged out that they try to confuse my aggression and say that I'm just being something else because I ain't being what they say, and it's out of a whatever bullshit that they're trying to talk in a narrative. I don't get it, man. Fuck out of here. Okay, right.
Yo. In the chat, everybody's saying my favorite shit is when CF be surprising himself off the top. And I know that as a real thing. Like, this man is like straight stream of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Zoo is like, you know, like tactfully, masterfully planning, you know.
Yeah, like planning.
Bar.
And
this
CF
guy
is like without a net, just like jumping off without a net.